largely about security issues, not only in the schools. That one also happened in I think Nkonya as well. The Boku Institute is for students. In Nkonya, there was a man who was ambushed and allegedly shot, gunned down by some unknown assailants. That's also, and Nkonya is a place that's a bit volatile, and I was asking yesterday how that could, what that means to the space and what had happened in the past. Openyikwame Jantwa is in the studio, has joined us. He's a legal practitioner and a member of the CPP. The voice and face you saw earlier is Mr. Philip Landing, is a member of the New Patriotic Party and a land economist. And so before we go to the issue of Krobo land, the power cuts and the other related issues, let's pick the thoughts of Openyikwame Jantwa on this particular one. So Bolgatanga Technical Institute has had the students on rampage, distracting school property. Yes, Boku also had demonstrations for food quality, and then there are some other pockets of it. I just mentioned Nkonya as well. Largely security issues in the country, but more specifically Bolgatanga Institute.
Good morning, Philip. I apologize for coming in late. The underlying factor, I think, with the food came in because of the underlying factor of cheating. If you know, apparently what happens in the school is that the invigilators, the teachers, I think they set up a WhatsApp group where they were leaking exam papers, and some of the teachers decided that it won't happen during the exams, and this is what was the main cause of the rioting. So I guess the food problems also came in, because they weren't rioting before this, were they? The food problems were there. Food problems were there. So you ask yourself, what is becoming of our education system? In fact, what is becoming of the country? Is it that we all want shortcuts to get to somewhere? I don't think that is helpful. And regulators, policymakers, government, and even parents should try as much as possible to stamp out this type of thing. I mean, why do you go on a rampage and destroy school property?
I'm yet to come to terms with that.
We need to find money to restore school property that is, what do you call it, been damaged. Masters' vehicles, you damage them. I mean, I don't understand why the youth of today feel that's the only way to express their grievances. But how do you express your grievance on cheating? How? In nowadays, you dare not. You dare not. People tried, but you dare not try it. So what has gone wrong in society that make it easy for students to think they can cheat? There must be collaboration from a much higher source,
in which the head teacher spoke about.
And so and for the invigilator and the teacher, what's the objective? Money. That's the only way I can see it. Why would they do that? Is it that the school is not the kind of school that can pass exams? They haven't passed exams in the past. The percentage of exams that they pass, is it low? I mean, what is it? Is it that the teachers aren't teaching the children well? I mean, I don't understand what causes children or students to do what they've done. And I think it's wholly unacceptable.
Wholly unacceptable is the case, and I mean, I'm praying that it does not happen in other schools, because once these students, and they are using phones, those days we were using the phones, but we're hiding it. This time it's in the open.
But can you imagine those days? We weren't even allowed to take.
We are using it.
We weren't even allowed to take. Nowadays, we weren't even allowed to take.
That's a serious
indictment.
On me or on us.
Those days we weren't even allowed on what you just said.
That we're using the phone.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my colleagues were using
in the exam hall.
No, I'm talking about the school. Okay. The school environment.
We're talking about exams.
Oh no, I'm talking about.
I'm helping you. Because some viewers will think that.
Yeah. Oh no, not at all.
In our days, you couldn't even take a calculator into the exam
zone.
You couldn't. Ordinary calculator, you couldn't do it.
Okay.
We use slide rule.
We use slide rule. Did you ever use a slide rule?
Do you know what it is?
Which one is that? Slide rule? Is it the foldable? No. Okay.
No.
Okay,
it's a ruler.
Okay.
With a middle
it's a
section.
compartment ruler with a middle section, which you use to calculate some of the figures.
What year was this?
76.
Okay.
In the 70s.
I'm not too sure. My wife.
You went born.
My mother had a flash from my father. Anyway, so
and they all came in white.
Okay, the rules?
Yes,
yes.
White.
Oh,
white, black and white.
There was a 6-inch and a 12-inch.
Yes.
Side rule.
And that was what you were using to calculate?
Yes.
Okay, no wonder you are sharp-brained. We those who were pampered with calculators, you know nothing about these things anyways. But that's just by the way for that, and I'm saying that I'm praying that it does not happen in other schools. There must be some way we have to manage these in the schools. That is why there is school management. If it cannot, it has to be, all these things would have to be prevented before it escalates.
Do you think we should sanction the headmasters?
I called for it. What happened at the Islamic school? I said the teachers, the head teachers had to be sanctioned so that they serve as teachers. I said it because, anyways, let's talk